Hey folks, welcome back to another episode. This is Naked on Europa, so called because we started off with essentially nothing. No tools, no survival kit, one oxygen bottle, one hydrogen bottle, and a data pad, which gives the location for this station. So other than that, this is what we've managed to get so far. As you can see, got a couple of wind turbines up, and yes, we've been dodging meteor storms. Speaking of which, let me just check where these are coming in. Oh, there they are. Hopefully they won't hit my stuff. Oh, that looks close. I think we'll be alright. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so hopefully that's out of the way for a little while. The sun is just coming up, as you can see. The meteor storms that happened at the end of the last episode, I did go out and try and find some resources, and I did get a couple. As you can see, we found a tiny bit of cobalt. Not sure if I found the magnesium or whether... Yeah, I must have found the magnesium, it's in the refinery. A little bit of iron and some silicon. So that was that. I'm just going to take that and stick that in our assembly here. Now, originally I was going to put a conveyor converter on here just to be able to connect up the connector and transfer cargo and things. However, I did notice that we have got somewhere in here. Yeah, where's it gone? Can't see it for looking. Oh, I've already put them in, I think that's why. Yeah, we did have... why isn't it? Oh, there we go. Me being silly. We had 3 grids, metal grids, so I decided to make a cargo container instead, and I'm hoping that that little bit of cobalt that I found will allow us to make 1 more grid, which it does. So we can... Oh, I think it's just the grid I need. We can get that welded up, and that means we can offload all the stuff we're carrying around with us and actually store it in there, which would be kind of nice because obviously it's all a bit heavy. What else have we got on here? Cockpit. Oh yes, I found some silver as well, but obviously we can't process silver at the moment. And survival kit. Here we go. So I'm going to chuck all of those in there, and hopefully that will free us up in here. You can actually go to there. Yeah, so we've just got a little bit of ice in the O2, which is perfect. Now all I need to do now is move that connector, and we should be able to have a cargo offload. Oh, that one. Get my head in the game. Stop. And handbrake on. Yes, so I think it's time. I'm kind of getting to a point now with this thing. I can't really progress because we just don't have enough materials. Of course, if you want to be building anything in this game, you really need to have, well, steel, essentially, which is iron. That on there. So although we did find a nickel deposit, we really need to find an iron deposit, and ideally cobalt and perhaps a little bit of silicon as well. Let's get this built. Yeah, we didn't have all the steel plates in it to start with, that's fine. And I will just rename that one so that we know which one it is. Call that the base. So the only other thing I want to do, now we've got power on here, we really could do with some kind of a battery. Now I think the wind is fairly constant, so I'm not too worried about a battery, but I would like to move this survival kit. we can replace it with another cargo container, and I think a full-size kit takes about the same amount of stuff. But I'm not going to do that just yet. When we do that, we will also move the solar panel, I think. So for now, obviously, we need to go and try and find some resources. So we can make a start by going and getting that unknown signal. It's nice to see a bit of sun. It's been a very dark night. Hopefully it's not a flyaway one. Oh, more power kits, medical kits, and a little bit of steel. Under normal circumstances, I'd be really pleased to find all that, but we don't actually need power kits or medicals. Well, I suppose the medicals are handy, but we've got a survival kit now, so not as important. So again, I want to try and make sure I get all the components, including the lights, where it's all possible. There we go. Chuck those in there. Right, I think now is a good time to take a look around, go for a bit of a wander. So base is over there. We've got nickel straight ahead of us. So I think if I swing around to the left, we'll keep Mars in view, come around to where the nickel is, then I'm kind of hoping we might encounter some iron. But we'll see. So let's go for a little jaunt, shall we? What's that? GPS MNT. Hang on a minute. Let's just stop. I'm deliberately staying quite a long way away. We're near where we found the nickel. We're 7 kilometers away from the temp base. I'm deliberately doing that in the vain hope that we'll come across some deposits this far out. But we've just had a GPS pop up, and I didn't see MNT K13. I don't know what that is, so let's set that to, well, we'll go for purplish color. And just to differentiate, I'm going to set our temporary base to green. Not too worried about the nickel for a minute. So where's that? 3.73. Okay, well I think we're going to be coming round that way anyway. Let's just carry on over here for a minute. It looks like we're getting into some rough ground. Take it a little bit slower here. Ah yes, this looks a bit rough. Make a gentle circle around over to it, and I hope it hasn't got guns, because I don't have anything to shoot with. Oh, that's a big crater. Ooh. Fortunately, the gravity is very light here. Okay, we're going to float. Still not seeing any kind of deposits. Don't even see any scarring on the surface. Right, so we're getting a bit closer now. I'm just going to go a little bit gently, a little bit carefully, because I don't know what that is. Ah, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Iron, cobalt, nickel. Let's just go here. That's a wonderful find. So there's only really silicon that we're missing. So we'll go for Fe. I think it's Co, is it? And Ni. Beautiful. So I don't really want to move the base away from where it is, because it's very handy being next to the trade station. But we will definitely be coming back here. Those are some good resources, and we need all of them. Silicon's not so important, simply because obviously silicon is used for glass and very small quantities for other things. But cobalt you need for grids, of course, and iron, everything. Right, just going carefully here, because if it has got guns, we're kind of maybe just about in range. I wish I had a camera. It looks quite big, whatever it is. Let's come up the other side of the hill here. I do not want to risk my rover. Well, there's nothing shooting at us yet. Wonder if we can just tuck ourselves down the side of the hill here. Kind of want to be in a position where I can run away if I need to. Think we're okay there. Right. Let us peek over the ridge. Mustn't forget where that is, actually, just because it's me and because I'm useless. Just going to leave a GPS. Oops, leave a GPS there so that I can't possibly lose it. In fact, it would be a good idea if I actually did it properly. There we go. Just going to zigzag a little bit, just in case it starts shooting. There is something over there. I don't know if that's a turret. Looks like it might be, so I'm just going to put this building between us. Well, so far so good. Looks like a long, big derelict building. Yeah, that's a turret. I don't see it moving. Don't see any other turrets. That looks like a rover. Well, we're just going to have to go for it. Yeah, that's certainly a turret. But it's not built. Okay. And a battery with 6 power cells, but we won't be able to get that out, I don't think. Okay, any other turrets around? Just a cargo box. Ooh, not bad. That's an engine. Remote control. Large atmospheric thruster, is it? No, it's a small, large grid atmospheric thruster. Okay. And a few tools in the rack. Ooh, metal grids. Wow. Okay. That's a find. Okay. So we've got a few bits, including another rover by the look of it. Let me see what that is. Cargo container, batteries, O2 generator. Yeah, so be a good resource, if not possibly usable. But I don't think it's got any more cargo storage than we've got on ours. Let's go back, get our rover, and bring that over and we collect some other resources at least. Right, let me collect up all of these resources. If we can put the handbrake on. I'm going to see what I can get out of all these little crates. Tools, very useful. Oh, oh nice, 18 power cells. And that's a grinder. wonder if there's anything in it. No. That was worth checking. And what's this? Remote control? Looks like it might have been the start of something. Maybe a small vehicle or something? Just actually, let's get rid of all of that as well. And I don't think I need 2 hydrogen bottles for grinding things up, so I'm just going to have a quick dig just in case there's more to this than we can see. No, looks like what you see is what you get. Oops, no, not that, that. Okay, so we might as well have the steel plates. We're going to need them. And every plate I can gather this way is more iron I don't have to mine. Okay, what have we got in here? Can't get in. There we go. So that's a bed. I need bulletproof glass for that. I'd kind of like to build the bed up just so that I can see if there's any money or anything in it. So I'm going to leave that for now. Did we get any bulletproof glass anywhere? No. We could steal some from here. No, we couldn't. There isn't any in it. Right, let's carry on looking for a minute. This gun worries me. I know it's not built, but oh, get up. Yes, thank you. Keep the interact key pressed as you take down a gun, and that will automatically pick up any ammo that it has in it. Now, I'm assuming there's no more to this than what we see, but just in case, let's just have a dig down. Yeah, I think that's the bottom of it there, just the bottom of those blocks. Yeah, it's just worth checking. Okay, let's just go back and get some energies. Okay. Well, it would appear we're full. So it looks like we might have to come back here anyway. Again, just want to have a dig down here. This is where the atmospheric thruster was. Just to see if there's anything buried. No, looks like there isn't. Okay, so there's plenty more steel plate here. That's about it. Interior plates. Don't see that one. Yeah, I think it's just interior plates and steel plates. So we can come back for that. Right, let's have a quick dig around here. Alrighty. So let's go back get some energy and quickly have a look at that rover. But I think the one we've got is probably, if not as good, then better. So not too worried about that. But obviously, resource-wise, it's a good supply of resources. So we know it's got a cargo container, which we can't access. So let's just try and hack that. Okay, so some nice stuff in there. can also store stuff in the cockpit. So I think if I hack that, bring all the components back in, which is a kind of a bit of a waste. Don't know what the timer is. And I'm guessing it's probably got one of those AI modules in it as well. Yes, it has. So other than that, what have we got? A couple of decoys, container we've done, antenna, O2 gen, batteries. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for us to try and rescue that. But we can take the resources off it. But not this time, because I'm full. Got a little bit of space on me, and the rest of it is stuffed full. Oop, straight over the top. Oh, there's the AI module. Let's get rid of that. I think I'm also going to take the antenna because I think we've got a GPS here anyway. And those radio components we can now deconstruct. Take the timers out just in case that's some kind of self-destruct mechanism. Okay. I think that should be good and safe to leave. Right, we need to get these massive amounts of resources back. As you can see, we are absolutely stuffed to the gunnels. Everything is full, including me. So let's get back to our supposedly temporary base. If I can remember where it was. Yeah, down there. But first let me just check. Yeah, so that's this one. Just mark that as safe. And brighten the color up so that we can easily find it. Okay, home we go. Again, I'll leave the ore detector on, and I'm going to take a slightly wider route. I think we'll go over here a little bit just to cover different ground in case there are any other silicon deposits or silver deposits or anything that would be nice to have. But other than that, I'll meet you when we get back to the base. Oh, stop. So this must be, yeah, we've got F, E, C, O, and N, I over there, and we've got the same thing here. This is another deposit. So I'm going to mark that down as well. If we do it this way, and we'll call that number 1, then new from current, and we'll call that number 2. It's worth knowing about. We don't know how many of those resources we're going to need. So the only other one that I would really like to find is silicon. But again, that's a lot less important. Just want to come back and just retrace because by the time I stopped I'd already travelled miles past it. But there is another ore deposit here somewhere. There. Same again. Oops. Don't do that. Don't want to be rolling over. Yeah, so iron, nickel and cobalt again. That does seem to be very common on this moon. So again, we'll do the same thing again. Move from current. Number 3. So I'm not too bothered which one of those we end up at. Inevitably, it'll be the closest. So I'm just over 6 kilometers away from our temporary base at the moment. So I'm just going to keep going a little bit further just to see, and then we'll circle around and head back. Ooh, okay, stop. That's quite a nice find. And quite close to the surface, the gold anyway. Just come back to where the silicon's also, the silver is also showing. That silver's quite deep. But that's not a problem. Right, GPS, AU, and AG. Now I haven't seen anything else here, so we had 3 in each of the other locations, but all I'm finding here, or all I'm seeing, is the gold and the silver. And ice, of course. Ice blooming everywhere. Yeah, I think that's just the 2 there. So I was wondering, because I don't really want to make the journey all the way back to Earth in slow mode, I was wondering whether we'd be able to get either a ship with a jump drive in it or enough stuff to make one. And it's looking promising at the moment, because obviously gold you need a lot of. Now there are more stations over there, 9 kilometers away, but I'm fairly sure that's not a ground station. It would be nice if it was a ground station, but I don't think it is. Don't see any marks on the surface anywhere. No, just all looks very icy, doesn't it? Okay, I think I'm going to start swinging around towards home. We are less than 6 kilometers away, actually, so possibly there won't be any ore deposits here. But a surface rock would be nice. I haven't seen any. There's definitely some scarring on the surface, but I don't think that's a deposit. Pretty sure that's just multicolored ice. Oops. Oh dear. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, that was a heavy landing. That was careless. I was boosting my way over all of the jumps, getting back, and yeah, we lost our cargo container. Damn it. Not just the cargo container, but all of those resources we had, which I can't carry. Can we put anything in there? A few metal grids. That's the problem with getting blasé about it. I think the rest have gone. Interior plates.
Inventory full.
Yeah. What a nuisance. Well, at least we got our hydrogen back. Oh, that was an expensive mistake. Where did those steel plates go? Not sure where they were now. What's that over there?
Inventory full.
Oh, that's my power cells. Gosh, that's a nuisance. I don't suppose there's any chance with what we've got that we can build another one, is there? Go back to our blue. Even if we can't build it, at least we can put some components in it. Sure we've not got anything in the build queue. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's handy. So apart from a display, I'll withdraw a display. We got a display anywhere? No, we don't. Alright, can we put some of these away then? Alrighty, well, oh, power cells. Oh, good. Glad we picked those up. Now I know there are more components around somewhere because I definitely saw steel plates. Just can't remember where I saw them. Perhaps if I go into this view. That's something there. Welder. So the problem is with gravity being so light on this planet, the components that I threw went everywhere. As you can see. Doesn't get too far away from the rover either. I don't lose track of where it is. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm sure there will be other things around somewhere. Those steel plates have vanished. Thought they were just down here somewhere. No, don't see them. Well, I think we've got everything back that we could possibly get back. That was my impact crater. There, nothing in that. Should possibly put a GPS on where the rover is. Alright, well, that was very silly. I think I'll just do a sort of a circle back. That was the impact crater there, yeah. So if we were traveling from where the impact crater is, ooh, don't tip over. No, no, thank you. From where the impact crater is to home, which is over there, and we exploded en route, then we would presume that the components would have carried on going. Is that it there? Yeah, that's it there. So we'll just have a very slow trip over this way, see if we can see any components that might have been flung forwards. Well, I guess accidents do happen. That's why they're called accidents. That's one of the problems with having all your eggs in one basket. I guess it could have been worse. We could have lost the battery. I'm going to take it a little bit slower. I'll see you when we get back there. Here we are, what we might laughably call home sweet home. Right, so if we're going to be bouncing across the ice like that, I think we're going to need something a little bit more sturdy. That's the right word. So I'm going to put the batteries on recharge because we want to make sure next time we go out we've got plenty of power. I also would like to drag everything off the ship. So let's go into the assembler, because we don't need those. And first of all, let's get rid of those. I think we can probably just go medium. We don't want all that in the assembler, do we? Small cargo will do. And what else have we got here? Cockpit. Oh, okay, can't take those out of the cockpit apparently. That's alright. We'll go and get them manually. Kind of would be nice to be able to have immediate access into the cargo box, wouldn't it? Alright. So, despite the disaster on the way back, we did actually manage to get quite some decent resources there. Just going to fix that up. A bit of damage here as well. I think a lot of the problem was I came down rather heavily, and normally I break the fall by angling the rover, only that time I didn't. Not to worry, I think we got away with it. I know we lost some stuff, but who cares? It's only stuff. Right. What have we got in the way of... We need a lot of those. And we don't have a lot of those. So the other thing we could do with doing, if I just grab some of those for a minute. We got a battery anywhere? We're not going to build the battery. I just want to sort of lay it out. So, a couple of batteries in there. And where does the steel end? It's light armor, that's interior wall. So the steel ends there. Okay, that'll do to be going on with. Just actually, I think we'll put a gentler slope on there because we can. Alright, so everything ultimately we want to be piped up. That's going to be moved as soon as we can build a bigger one, so we can pipe out there. So I think if we initially just put our survival kit, say, there. Then we can get it off the rover. That's initially my concern, although I do think we have spare medical components, so we might be able to leave it on the rover. The problem is, I'd rather have that space for a cargo container. Yeah, so let's call that survival kit base. And we got enough stuff holding all of that together. We kind of do. Now, one of the reasons I bashed on the floor doing those jumps was because we had so much stuff in the cargo container, it got really heavy. So if we're putting another cargo container on, it would probably be a good idea to either increase the size of the wheels or put another set of wheels to spread the load. So I think we could probably bring these forward a little bit and let's put some new ones on behind it. We'll have to see. But initially, just make sure there's nothing in it. Going to get rid of that. I don't think we're going to be using that, so I'm going to take that off. And pop all of that in there. And yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, got some unwelded blocks there, have we? Can't really connect that up. We've got 1, 2, 3. I suppose we could put a converter in. Let's take this opportunity to tidy this up a bit. Just going to temporarily put that in there. Change color again. Hopefully it can walk around there now. Oh, we're out of steel. This will give us a little bit of protection if I do anything silly again. And I'm actually not sure why that's there. No idea. Now, we're clearly never going to use that hydrogen thruster. So we'll have the components out of that. I'm going to just stick a block under there, just so that we can tie everything together. And that comes out of the top there. We don't need another one out of the bottom. If we move the gyro and the ore detector, and I get rid of the gyro, I think I did. Put that in there, and stick that in there. That gets them out of the way. Now, how can we connect through here? I think it's that one, but I'm just going to add that as well. So conveyor connection will allow us to connect large grid, and that should match up with that perfectly. I think we've got enough room to do it. Oh, small steel tubes, huh? Oh, no, we have got them. Just build planner trying to be clever. And then can put another cargo container in there. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, nothing on that. So get the components out before we block it off. Alrighty. Now, I'm thinking, because we've got a nice flat surface there, instead of putting a whole roof on, can we fit a solar panel into that gap? I think maybe with a couple of modifications on the top, I think we can. So let's try it. I think we can get there from here, but I'll give it a go. No, it's just slightly too long. It's, there would be perfect, wouldn't it? So if I can take that off, just to the front of the battery. Oh, nearly. Can position all this steel on the sides if necessary. Okay. Just fill that hole in there.
Energy low.
Alrighty. Does it make a difference which way around it is? I think it does. I think it fits more snug that way. There we go. That's a little bit neater than it was. Right, let's just get some energies. It is lopsided. Okay. To push it over another block, I think. Go investigate. Yeah, so we're 2 blocks that side. So we want to come over 1 more block. That should be right. Okay, just tidy these up a little bit. Actually, I think you can stay. No, perhaps not. Don't want to put too much weight on, because obviously the more weight you add, the harder it is to jump over things. But thought we'd just take the opportunity to tidy it up a little bit and hopefully make it more useful for us. Just go up like that, and what should we do there? Kind of want to leave access to the cargo. Thinking. That leaves us with another one of those in the middle. I know it's not terribly pretty, but it'll do the job. Give us a little bit of protection. We've been really lucky so far. We haven't run into anything that shoots you. I'm not expecting that to continue for much longer. I'm sure at some point we're going to find somebody that doesn't like us. Alright then, so the back end here, I think we need to keep fairly simple. Not sure what the best thing to do there is. Maybe we'll just keep it fairly chunky and simple. There, that kind of looks a bit chunkier. And hopefully we'll be able to copy that on the other side somewhat. That's not right. That is right. No. Okay, well, we got there in the end. Took a little while, and we've still got a bit tidying up to do here, but that's looking a lot better. Let's just get some energies back. I'll put the gyro on the hotbar because it does use a fair bit of energy, so if we get to a stage where we're struggling a little bit, can 3 of those. Okay. Yeah, we can always switch it off. I think that was right. That was wrong. And oh, it's miles away. Okay, so apart from a little bit along the top here, we're pretty good. So stick another one of those on there. Same on that side. And then just run these around. Okay, so the only thing I haven't done that I wanted to do was another set of wheels. Now, I'm not sure where the best place for those is going to be. So let me... that way around, I think. No, the other way. I was right the first time. Yeah, if we put them there, that's a better place. That's a little bit far forwards, I think. So I think there, and we need to move this one step further back. I think that might be just a little too close. Well, we could try it. If necessary, I'll move that one step further back and we'll just reorganize a little bit on that. Can't see that one. Okay, let's take these wheels off. See if we can add that wheel. No. That's okay. We can get around that. Oh, stick another one of those in there. Actually, we can do that one. That's right. Yeah. And then stick a wheel in there. And strangely, that one did add its wheel. Oh, I should have copied the settings before I took it off, but never mind. Right, do this one. This time I will remember to copy the settings. Okay, this is the left wheel. Yeah, doesn't want to place those wheels for some reason. Can put the settings for that back in there. Not sure why it was able to add these wheels, but won't add those. Right, let's just change this. Steering was off. Power and friction we'll set in a minute in the menu. Yeah, I don't know why that's not adding a wheel. That's very strange. Should be far enough away. But it doesn't want to. Alright, let's do what we did before then, see if we can fiddle it. So, handbrake off, wheels on, disengage. We're charging. Yeah, there we go. I think the wheels are misbehaving. Let's have a look. Rover wheels. Toggle those back to that group. Toggle them off and back on again. And we'll set back to 60. Right offset, we'll make sure we've got maximum. Friction, going to set to 45 again. Speed limit. I think maybe we should slow that down a little bit so that we don't blow things up again. The rest should be good. Yeah, I think we're good on that. So let's go to groups, rover wheels, and wheel, and put my handbrake back on again. Now, hopefully, I'm hoping if we can tip up. Okay. Piston head already. What? Piston head already exists, wheel could not be placed. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. So let's mark these. Call that right, mid. Call that left, mid. And then we'll have the two mid wheels. We'll put them in a mid group. Okay. And we can't do anything with them because they don't actually have wheels. We can't add the wheels because it doesn't like us. So we'll get rid of that one. We'll go for mid wheels. Add wheel. No. I think something is fouling somewhere. I'm not 100% sure what or where. It could be the bodywork, maybe. But the wheel is much further out than the bodywork. So that's a little annoying. Let me just try removing. I can't obviously remove that. Just try removing these. No. I'm betting if we remove this, we'll be okay. But I can't remove that. We need it. Okay, let's just pop that back for a minute. I'm going to leave those there just for a minute while we try and figure out some stuff, but I think probably we're going to have to move them another block forwards, which means these will probably have to move another block backwards. Let's give that a try just before we give up on it completely. So I'm just going to copy those settings. And this is the left wheel. Yeah, so I think that's going to be too close. No, I don't like that. That's a shame. I don't want to push the other wheel further back. I think that would look silly. So we don't actually need it as far back as it is. But we'll keep the resources. And at some point, if we continue to have a need for a rover, at some point I think we're probably going to be designing a much bigger, better one ourselves anyway. Okay, let's connect that back up again. We'll go back on charge, wheels off. Gonna have to move that gyro, that's kind of in the way there. And we'll turn that off as well. And we can get rid of that. In fact, let's do that now. Let's put that down there. I keep going to press it instead of the handbrake, which is really annoying. No, I think we'll stick with what we've got for now. If I'm full of loot, we're just going to have to be very careful. Yeah, I think that's the answer, because otherwise this thing's just going to grow and grow and grow, and for what? Right, nothing on there. Just grab some stuff for that if we've got it. We have. Some of the areas I've been to on the moon have been pretty dark. Okay. Right, I think that's pretty good. So let's take a look at what we've achieved. We've built a cargo box. We've moved the survival kit, although that no longer has piping to it. The next thing we need to do, ideally, is a large assembler so that we've got access to more stuffs. To do that, I'm really going to need to make sure I've got enough stuff as it's going where this is going. What I would like to do is to we just go on to this. Where are we? Refinery, basic refinery. No, wrong button. Normal assembler. I think. So let's change back to our base color. Yeah, so what I want to do is to see if we can build one of those. Now it's not staying here, I just want to make sure we can build it. So we need some more motors and a lot of computers. Okay, so that's just going to be computers. 47 computers. Can we make 47 computers? By Jove, I think we can. Now we will get stuff back from this one when we dismantle it. There are 80 computers in that. So not too worried. But I like to make sure we've got the stuff to build what we want to build before I dismantle the only way we've got of building it. Right, so that's all the components in there that we need. So let's take this one. No, let's not take that one. Let's switch that one off. And let's select it in here. And cargo in there. Let's take all the stuff out of it first. Would be a good idea, wouldn't it? There we go. I switched it off to make sure it doesn't pull any more components back in. We can put those in there, then we can dismantle this one, and we know all the components we need. Oh, I was worried for a minute, because for some reason it didn't dump all the stuff. Anywho, yeah, so now we can. I don't think it really matters which way round it goes, but I'll do it that way. It makes it easier to access. Now this is going to draw more power, so I suspect probably off camera I'm going to stick some more wind turbines up, because it's a nightmare with the scaffolding. What I might do is just try and add a junction underneath the one we've got to put more turbines on the same mast. But we'll see how we go with the power before I do all that. Oh, these welders are slow. There we go. And of course it's night time again. Why wouldn't it be? Right, so there we go. I think for an episode we've done a lot. We've broken some stuff, we've made some stuff. We've modified our rover, which now is kind of a little bit more useful. We've got a lot more storage in it. Shame about those wheels. I would have liked to put another set on. The only other thing I could think of doing is to bring them out a block. You know, both rears, if you like, or all four rears. Just bring them out another block, and I might do that off camera again, just to get it usable, and to give us a little bit more carryability with weight in those cargo containers, because we're going to have to go find some resources in the next episode. Set up a mine maybe, and continue building the base. Maybe give us a little bit of space that we can, you know, get out of the weather. But for now, that's all I've got for you. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you laughed when I cried. But take care of yourselves, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye now.